Hello everybody, just about ready to get started. Welcome Chips, welcome to Darius. So tonight is just kind of whatever people feel like. As long as I'm leveling characters, I'm okay with it. I don't really want to bring in a level 190 at the moment. So whether that is starting a character 1 to 80, or just doing a very hard mode, or even doing early ult, I think that's okay. A lot of characters that I could potentially bring up to usability for the rest of the event. I'm pretty happy that we got our green Fonewman up to a certain point, and I think a couple of our raw Mars are also fine to host. So there's some variety at least. We're slowly striping up the different classes. But we'll see if there's a preference from chat before I go too deep. Chip says always down for anything. Yeah. I think there was interest in like CF1 earlier. Whatever people want to play. It can be in soon, says the Therius. We got some downtime, it seems. Yeah, we made a lot of progress on some of these forces. In particular, the red Fonewman is a real character. He can kind of do whatever at this point. But not bad progress on the green Fonewman. I was trying to think of what the thing would be. I guess I'll make a character while chat thinks about it. Chips is open to games. I'm not sure if there are other people looking to make characters. Iridia was the other color I was trying to think of. My brain was like trying to figure out what that gap was again. Let's make a blue Fonewman so I don't think twice about this. Never hurts to have enough blue Fonewman. I just am curious what blues we could get here. I got a classic blue, dark blue. I think I usually go dark blue when given a choice, but whatever chat wants. Just looking to see if any of the other colors kind of work. Oh, that's more like a sky color. So I guess it'd be between light blue, dark blue. I mean, honestly, man, like, when it comes to leveling characters, if there's a Fonewman, I'm not sure you're even gonna get a chance to attack. Almost 1 to 20. I don't think it matters in normal mode. Only when we get to very hard modes does I think it matter. Even then, not very much, depending on who's there. But welcome in. Well, in honor of HellCleave, I'm gonna hit the random button. I don't know how I feel about that one. How's that feeling about this character? You want to do random again? I'm just seeing what they would look like with the combo. I'm kind of leaning towards that one. The question is it a look, or is it a look the chat wants? Well, welcome, HellCleave. Hope you're doing well. Giving Oompa Loompa? Certainly something. I feel like even if I random again, I'd probably make him short. In honor of the first roll. In the meantime, I'll name the character as chat thinks it over. Chat's not feeling it for blue ID. That's fair. What would be like a blue ID look? Let's see if Auto can do a little better. It likes short and green hair. I don't know if green really fits with blue, dark blue. Let's see if there's like a one that just kind of snaps. Now that is a green ID character. Too bad we already made a green ID. Just Auto until I get blue clothes. Oh no. That's dangerous. Oh, that one is something though. Not gonna lie, that one's kind of special. That one is shockingly boring. I'm gonna go like, that one just seems like, that actually seems like something somebody would create. I don't know, I might veto that one. I want something a little wackier. Oh, that one with blue hair. How would that look with blue hair? Right, not blue hair, blue costume. Another auto. It is really looking yellow. See, weirdly, I think it did this one for Sky ID already. Do you not have a blue outfit one? Is that the only one we're gonna see? Crazy. The game is fighting this. No. I promise you there's a blue outfit game. There's 2 of them. Insane, chat. Oh, that one's actually not a bad purple one. Too bad we're not doing purple at the moment. Game, please. One day we will get it to blue. Well, we got what we asked for, I guess. I mean, it's something. It really likes the Waluigi face. It can't help itself. Very snow cone, I agree. Guess I could leave it like that. How's chat feeling about this? How's your new resident snow cone? I mean, I'm not gonna say no to the afro, number one. I'm just laughing that, like, every time it's the Waluigi face. You know what? Given those options, I see why I picked the Waluigi face. I think I understand now. I think I understand. We'll leave it as is. I'll even leave it in the blue I don't normally pick. The name is a lie. Dango loves the mustache. Welcome, Dango. I guess I could just eat materials and then start up in a little bit. The downside is that I need 140, which means that it's not possible to share bank all of them in one go. We do know that the green forest has what I'm looking for. This is sad music as I come in here. That's what I was saying before about the Sky ID one there. Whatever. So it will not take very long for this character to become relevant. I would like to not have to switch accounts, if I can avoid it. The leveling a blue ID is never a waste of my time, given it is my most played ID at the moment. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're powering up, chat. I love how we go from like 90 TP to whatever this is about to become. Just a small upgrade. Small improvement. He's big brain. Oh. Bro, still show me those special weapons. It's gonna make me feel ill looking at that. Oh, there we go. I don't really know what the initial 25 would look like. Oh, right. There was Ninja Gaiden characters in Orochi. I heard this, and I'm like, why is Ryu Hayabusa's theme playing? Oops. We're gonna big brain out of our minds here. But before I do that, I'm gonna switch back to green ID and move on more materials. Because as chat saw, I had an insane number of mine materials. We need to keep in mind that you basically have only seen the forces play on stream. That means across like 3 sessions, I ended up with 140 mine materials. That is somehow not an exaggeration, because I don't know how else this character would have this many materials. Like, just think about that. It's a lot of materials, Chad. Like, I have not traded the materials into this account. So I guess I've autopiloted a lot more of my materials than I thought. But keep in mind, I just moved 99. This is how much this character was holding. Just a little more. But what a fair and normal number that just migrated into the share bank. So I think there were at one point like 40 or 50 in the bank, and then I just got like 140 across like 15-20 hours of gameplay. So whatever we were doing was capping the real quick. Which weirdly was not a lot of very hard mode. What is what it is there. But anyway, I think I'm ready to host for people that want to level some ults. Then we might transition into other high-end stuff depending on what people want to do. Darius awaits. If nothing else, I'm just gonna finish this character's materials off. So we 899, so that's 100, then another 40. I can eat 10 luck material. But now learning things should be way easier. So sadly the present boost is over, so I'm not feeling as forced to play Ultimate, I guess is the best way to put it. It's just XP week, so it's whatever we prefer getting XP on. I have way too many HP materials. I don't know what to do with those. But we'll figure it out eventually, I guess. That reminds me. Coriander found Heart of Tension Blaster. Nice from a Panar. Shifta's Lord, Jelen, Ben, Gazan, Zon, Barda, Rafoi, Gafoi, Don Grants? Gonna smart our way to the top. Changing some mind power luck for HP. I mean, if people really want the HP materials, honestly, the only characters I use it on are Fonewman. That was my list. I hope you enjoyed my list. So, like, eventually I'll need to have some, but I'm in, like, no rush at all. so good. Another guy brands 50 hit, congratulations. A big milestone. Oops, I didn't learn a throwaway by accident. I think at this point I just have it down to exactly how I like the spells. It took me a while, but I think I'm actually there. I feel happy. I don't like doing it not in numeric order though, because my brain does not want to comprehend what number it should be otherwise. I think that's correct, although I just messed that up. There we go. So, I could literally just unassign my buttons here. I don't think it matters. I'm not gonna be using these. I can make them pretty by doing this, just because. Will I ever use this control panel? Probably never. But it looks nice. So if nothing else, that's out of the way. But the question is, do people want to level now? I needed to get the mine materials out of the way. Number one, no matter what, I mean, you saw it. I was sitting on like, what, 200 mine materials on the account? Between two characters? So that's out of the way. Whether I level this character right this minute, I guess is up to chat. If there's more people that want to go through and play ult, I'm okay with it. But I definitely needed that out of the way. That was going to bother me. And at this point, I prefer for chat to witness the creation thereof of our blue forces. I'll briefly look at lobby. There's slowly a crowd gathering out here. Oh, see Dango's here. Easy's here. I'm gonna judge by the kicks, that's probably Chips. I'm gonna go off the emote meta. Circle around Dango. Are there any characters you needed help leveling, Dango? We'll give him in another minute or so. I'll go ahead and host the game. Time to start the Humor Army? Oh no. I'm gonna say that wild and crazy Dango. What will he come up with next? Seeing how many materials. Just thinking if there's anything else this character needs. It's the merges eventually. Dark green mag. Now that's a Dango bait. That's how you pull Dango in. You're like, ooh, there's a nice mag. It's just waiting there to be loved. Seems to find a nice home. I guess Chips is trying out HuCast. HuCast is a lot of fun. They're a bit more, I would say, narrow than just bringing a ranger into places, but man, any place that has tower, I'm like, I would rather be HuCast than almost every character. I'm like, who else is gonna instant delete stuff like Ilgil consistently? Now, if Rawcast could Demon, then it would be like, oh, I'll play Rawcast, but no Demon. Change him to Viridia, that's fair. I mean, eventually you'll probably want a couple different IDs. It just depends on where you see this character being used late game. So, like, Episode 1 boss rush IDs are pretty safe. Tower IDs are pretty safe. Oh no. Dango 2, the re-Dangoing is here. Live free, Dango harder. Oh, the short humor. There we go. The stretched icon. That's how you know. I was gonna say, I think my hair is giving me an unfair height advantage over characters. Might have to be lower. Oh, I'm actually not the tallest even with my hair. I did it. Just, everybody can just like barely talk to the person across the counter. Oh, let me move this so I can actually see stuff a little easier. Okay. Short kings. Gonna make myself shorter. Current proportions aren't too bad. I'm like almost normal height. Might have to go shorter. Although, yeah, no, I'm taller than young boy. I might need to get shorter. We'll fix that soon. Your max height raw model? That's crazy. I was on like the lower half, if I recall correctly, of the height thing for Fonewman. These crazy clown shoes. Welcome, Dr. Mega Man. Hope you're doing well. Congrats again on the banner. So I'll switch over to like 7 HPs at some point. If I really need to until I see Dorfon. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting unfair height advantage due to the hair. Like my hair is up to the raw marl. Like look at that. You can see their little hat on my hair. It works. The beret is there. Purple raw marl works. Ultima's reached 200. Nice. We'll do a happy little dance. I have an insane number of limiters to go through. I think during my lunch hour tomorrow, I might just play Unseal while eating something. I think I'm up to like 6 limiters or something wild. 7? No, I'm up to 7 limiters. A lot to unseal. Now we're just waiting on the Dango. We're gonna spy on him. He's coming. There we go. Oh man, can you imagine if I did Christmas Fiasco? That would be such a disaster. A fiasco, as it were. We would die so fast in the Dorfons. It's fastest party wipe. We nuke like one wave and just dead. Just dead to Dorfon. Well, on the plus side, I at least found out there's a lure. That's one less thing I gotta move over to make the character a real force. So at this point, I mostly just need more episode 1 RBR, then I'll start leveling Fomar. I've been really enjoying Fomar in episode 1 over the other options for sure. know. Unfortunately, I think the team lingered there. Dango got the real present. Here you go, Dango. Get a normal mode present banner. I dare you. You won't, Dango. We'll just see Dango's open lollipop or some nonsense. Oh, I went to. Oh, I have Razan. 2PDs. 2PDs is arguably better than the ult difficulty ones. Most people, I think, would be okay with that. Yeah, not having Razan or Barda is kind of annoying, but I do on lower difficulties. I'll have to check to see if I got any other AoEs. I don't like need Razan. At least have Gazan. But it'll be annoying when I need to kill these enemies. Yeah, it's just so awkward not having the right ice moves there. Whatever. I guess I could Gazan. I think we talked about this before. Whenever I don't have an AoE, Gazan is like good enough in normal mode. Kills everything. Goodbye, reanimate. Oh, I'm dead. It's like, I went to Rifoi, whip. Goodbye. Goodbye, cruel world. It should be fine, though. Safety reasons, I'm about to don these heavenly HVs. There you go. You like this Gafoe stack damage? Goodbye. Good day, Dorfan. I just leveled enough to get Gafoe Verge. It's over. Look at the damage they're taking. Goodbye. You don't have to do anything. They're already dead. Just don't know it yet. Oh, Gafoe Verge. You're so silly. Oh, the Dango is being attacked. We must save the Dango. And they should be good. Walk away now. Bro Newman says Tiggy. A good one. Somebody was saying he was a snow cone earlier. Oh, did you see that miss by 5? That's so sad. It's actually that's a hate crime right there. Where's my damage? Fonewman, please. Hold on. Oh, he's 2 levels away. Okay. Then I can ascend to my proper place as the ultimate snow cone. That apparently dispenses nothing but fire. I mean, I guess we could give this character a true name. Just as a placeholder. So he might be Ziggy Snowcone or something. Or like Zig Blue Newman. Oh no, I've confused everybody. So sorry. Pro Blueman, there we go. This is what I get for playing more than one massive attack. It's all over. I broke everybody. Let's see, was super dead. Goodbye. Hello, Gertabulu. If you'd like to get Gazonded, too bad. I like, by the way, I caught up to Vince level. Seems fair. It's casual Fonewman things. Vroom, vroom, vroom. They're already dead. Oh, I got a Moon Atomizer to actually revive people soon. It'll be exciting. Although I guess technically I do have Reverser. We're truly desperate to keep going. I went to Robarda there, and then I remembered. Oh, there we go. Abstin level. Fonewman power level is real. Well, that was scary. I went to Razond again. I really gotta get out of that habit with this character. I don't have those buttons yet. They are not approaching. Goodbye. There we go. We're about to casually hit 200. Don't mind me. Or 200, I meant 20. You know what I meant. Fonewman. Anyway, we'll complete the quest so everybody can get tickets and level, I guess. Fonewman goes. Nice. Get that value. At the end of the quest, I'll just try to learn some techs. Move on. Goodbye, Rappies. I think that music just though. They're super dead. Goodbye. Nice. At 21. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Sure, MST kind of matters, as I am trying to learn techs. Barda is just like slightly annoying to learn at level 1. Night Striker Chow, I might have been able to do it, or Broom. There we go, everybody's 20. Now we're just earning extra credit. Carnival doesn't even react to my Gazans at all. Just kind of tanks it and goes, did the player attack that fast? I don't think so. Almost at 22. There's a Razan. Artists here. Just do this. We'll go Beetle 1, Adept heavily HP. Ready to hit Daisy Chain. There we go. I think that leaves me with enough survivability, I think. Down the warp in case somebody needed it. They get the last couple seconds there. Otherwise I'm gonna exit quest. Get my first batch of tickets. Nice. Get my money. Oops. Doing on that difficulty. I like that it lets me do that. Like, it just doesn't stop me in the menu from doing that. Like, let him select ultimate. He'll learn. Praise be to the Foe offerings. Yeah, so with a heavenly HP, I'm not feeling too vulnerable. Ideally, I'd get around 400-ish HP by very hard mode. Well, if I need to, I can always just wear a second one. That's why I like putting the HP units on. The only thing I'm missing is just kind of like a Mind Mag that has Nidra equivalency invincibility. Pretty much if I had that, I would be super happy with this account. I'm not looking for ATP, but I am looking for invincibility trigger abuse. Currently, the account, I think, only has a comma plus a Rappy Mag, and that's it. No other mags. Oh, you're already dead, Buddha. Like Brianok or something? I feel like I so rarely see the junk items. I don't remember. I almost framed one retarded. That would have been so bad. Picked up a couple of moves. I can revive a couple times via items. For Jaya chances, why not? I think a few people were talking in the Discord earlier, but there was a 85 tech up to 95 Gaia that came from very hard mode that bannered today. It's from episode 2. I don't know what quest they could have been doing. I know we were doing MA2B. That has gibbons and all sorts of other fun things for Blue at full. And that was really fast with Ranger, by the way. I definitely do not mind running that again in the future. Or when we have like mostly hunters and rangers versus forces. But like technically I could go there if I was playing ranger into it. But it has to be like potentially me doing it unless the team has a hell shot. So In theory, it could be done, depending on how geared up the other players are. It was a pretty smooth quest. Even in multiplayer, EDK wasn't that terrible. It was pretty consistent, even with no ATP boosts on the ROM bar. There we go. I'm gonna rip away those just to make sure they don't escape. Kind of makes sense. Dango getting a giant, nice. Dango receiving more value in normal and hard mode than ultimate. Classic ultimate difficulty moment. I feel like Dango's gonna get another present before 40. That's how you know the game is being spiteful. Too strong. Grab this tri-fluid. Ooh, I respect that Hell Ray gun attempt. Wazoo. That Dorpon is so lucky. It went sideways to me and not at me. It would have died. Fine. More Giants for Dango. Gotta get those mid-run upgrades. Yeah, I guess in theory, if Chips had Hellshot in B502, in theory we could do MA2B. It's not like this character isn't like geared out of their minds, they would just fully stack everything. Let the team think about it. Dango be flowing. Up. Just watching a brutal Baranzing happening. Poor enemies. They just woke up. Only for some random intruder to come in and murder them. Unironically, if the team does have a Hellshot, oh, I got crit. If the if we do have a hell shot, I could try to compare it to MA2B. I know my damage is insane in hard mode, but in theory this would still be a good run on lower difficulties on Brutal as well. It's kind of eyeing what the general experience is like here. The only way to grow is to challenge your assumptions, push limits. I think being in low 30s helps with the other quest. Demon mech guns or otherwise good damage helps clear the rest. Not sure what people are carrying at the moment. Other than I know I won't be demon mech gunning, not with this character. You killed that bird so hard, it just became the present. What, pray tell, is in the present? Samba maracas? Oh, that weapon kinda jank. Do it for chat though. Look at me go. It would be funny if that did ban her though. I would never use it, but it's there. Yeah, I think a while back I got the white ID Heart of Samba Rockers or whatever from 8 million. I was like, I couldn't imagine just having a weapon make that sound. Over and over when you attack. That'd be maddening. Definitely something that you would troll public games with. Yeah, they can make a sound. Yeah, they make a shik 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 whenever you hit them. Just over and over. Just like... Oh no, I can't imagine mech guns being like that the whole time. PSO sound effects are already low. Dango getting photon drops. Dango hasn't even existed an hour of 3 PDs. Classic Dango moment. It's just too powerful, can't contain Dango. Oh, hello? What? What? Please someone clip that. What was the Gazan? How many Gazans missed that Goron detonator? That was insane. That was like 5. Oh my gosh, I thought I was having a stroke on stream. I couldn't hit him. Well, there wasn't even a terrain in there. Why did that happen? Holy. That is one of those moments, though. It absolutely needs to be clipped. I was like actually stunned. Just every single Kazan missed. I even moved and it still missed. Holy. I haven't seen it that bad since the rock room. Did you know that there was a spot in that room you could whiff? Today I learned the hard way. It's just a dead spot in that room for some reason. That's insanity. Like, I was like double checking, I'm like, there's no way I missed that, right? And then I cast it, then I cast it again, I'm like, no, the health bar didn't move, right? Then I cast it again, I'm like, no, it didn't hit him. Well, at least he teleported. Surely post-teleport, I'll be able to hit him, and missed him again. I think it was 4 I whipped in a row. That was insane. And he teleported too, that was the worst part. Holy PSO, please. That was like PSO jank to the max. I also like the scene from Orochi Warriors. And Orochi Warriors soundtrack's so good. I really wonder if I consider this one of the soundtracks I would never skip a song to. Like, I like Yakuza soundtracks, but there are definitely songs where I'm like, I'm tapping out. Left it through this. Oh, I can't believe I'm 34. I feel like I'm in challenge mode. The inverse of normal challenge mode, where I'm like several levels behind everybody. Oh, man. Goodbye, Bulu. Okay. I think for science, we're gonna do an MA2B. Before we get to very hard mode, I think it's worth testing. To see if the true life lesson is the MA2B. The only thing we really need is somebody that can kill Murder Flower. And if anybody is hell anything, it should be fine. Otherwise, I could just Gafoi stack kill everything. Or Goron detonators. Brandon's also not terrible, but definitely not preferred over Hellshot. Hellshot OP there. Especially in hard mode. Holy. We're gonna get deleted. Okay, just making sure my Gazan is actually hitting them. Okay, here we go. They're just ultra paranoid now. It's such a time loss for no reason. I lost to the invisible wall. More powerful than me. Yeah, see, my concern are these Gardevoulus take forever to kill when we don't have demons. Even in hard mode, there is such time wasters. Alright, so I'm gonna grab some moons. Sell these just to make sure I can buy them. NPC's better than me. I'm still holding on to me. Gladly pick up a Trimate Trifluid though. That is a great pickup. That's River. I thought that was Ryuker. I would walk for that Ryuker. I will not walk for that Reverser. Alright. Experimentation time. So the reason why this run is interesting is because for Blue Full, right, Gaiguis, Mary Carols, Mary Culls, Mary Cusses, of which there are a decent number on surface, all drop Jaya. Then Morphos, which are somewhat easy to kill, drop Jaya. It's not a bad number of enemies with chances. A 1 in 45 drop rate on Jaya is kind of funny. We're averaging about, what, 95, 96 XP a second in hard mode. Let's compare towards the tail end of the life cycle. Yeah, people of Slicer, Fnatic, Hell, this would be the opportunity to go grab it, if you haven't already. Eventually we'll move, I think, Hell J Cutter to the first account? Or, well, I guess they could have the Hell Slicer, and then the Hunters could have Hell the Jade Cutter. I basically want to get one of each, and then most of the duplicates of things that are similar between episode 1 and 2 will go to the ults. Okay. Now we just await the Dango. No hell, that's fine. If you have demons, that also works. We just need something that kills mini-bosses, and we need somebody that can kill crowds. See how it goes. So without Hell Shot, this will be interesting. Curious if it would be worth it. Do challenge mode with Mint to get them some challenge mode weapons post-December event. Yeah. Yeah, that's about what I thought would happen to the apes near me. We're off to a good start because their fire resist is not good. As long as I stack, like, really well here, I think I can kill everything really quickly. Any of these robots might die instantly. No, not quite. Yeah, without Hellshot, it's a little less XP. Which is a little unfortunate. It's hard to beat one button kills them all. Apes just spawn dead. Rip. This is where, like, if they have Hell, like, Hell Ray Gun here kills really quick, yeah. And they can pick off some of the more annoying Xenos easily. Deal with basically all the geese. Over to Rafoi. Doing well, Tekkium. Although I'm a fan of this song. I forgot this was in this game. What is this song called? Desire to Fight. Unfortunately, I don't have Megan, or I'd be memeing all over them with this right now. It's not like hard mode episode 4 gets like crazy drops. Like it gets giant photon crystal, but it's not like it's dropping heavenly arms and all these other cloaks, yada yada. So having a hard mode alternative here would be interesting, but I think it does require like Hellshot to like truly be on pace with episode 4. Not that you can't have incredibly broken setups without it. I am so sad that hit me. I was gonna cast Convoy before it hit me. Gotta kill the Mary Carroll. It gives the hunters a bit more to do, though. We're looking for a less passive run for the people that are playing. I think this has potential for outshining episode 4. But as I said before, its strength is mostly like, if you have a Ramar and potentially one demon user and or one Hellshot user, this goes so fast. If they want, they could kill that Mary Carroll just for a Jaya chance. Like, 143 is actually kind of good odds of Jaya. It's like fighting 5 or so normal enemies. That poor Mary Carroll in the other room. What damage do I do with Bearded Fireball? Let's find out. Oh, you're at ice. Ice to kill you. Fortunate. I'm gonna slow the XP down slightly. I was just checking for Jaya. That's a sideways shuffle. What a troll. Back to stacking. I don't think the stat requirement is as high as episode 4 either. The only time it becomes high is this area. So if you only did surface, I don't think you need that many stats. Mary Carroll barely does like 200 in multi. Trying to get to the upper platform. Okay. Now it's over. GG. Basically demoning them every second. Oh, did these things not instantly take damage on spawn? Eco boxes should though. Ooh, it works on the Sinnohs? Oh, that's kind of nasty. Oh, that's a dirty tech. That is dirty. I die here. Worth it though. Man, just back to back, like all my favorite songs on Orochi Warriors. Now this playlist slash mix is making me smile. I'm gonna be down here for the Morphos. Yeah, you can see like a single hell shot would kill literally all of those instantly. That saves a ton of time. Chloe stacking is okay here. It's definitely something I want to try when we have like super high level players. It's completely decked out and nothing but hell here. Just how fast we could get it. You even come back at higher level other characters. I genuinely think we could break 100 XP right now. We have a full team of hell. Like, I as the force am not necessary. I help a little bit. But honestly, if all 4 of us were hell shotters, there'd be no point to a force. More Jaya chances at a pretty good rate. Got finding Oops All Jaya. It's a shame the lower difficulties have a lower chance of getting hit percentage, though. If that wasn't a thing, this would be kind of an interesting Jaya spot. They have so many Gapoe stacks, the Del Def can't do anything. Just genuinely don't. So I'm a pretty hard counter to the Del Defs, I will say. Like, my damage is insane. Even if it, like, ignores tech boosts, it doesn't really matter here. Four more foes. They're trying. They're not allowed to do anything while I'm here, but they try. The Deltas actually died instantly. Oh no. Poor creatures. See, episode 2 is fun for Force. You just have to play hard mode, and then play completely purely optimized to do okay damage that level 40 characters can do. Very normal stuff. Piercing me good moments, yeah. It's always very phone roll coded. Where is this Del Depth and why is it not attacking? It'll figure us out eventually. Goodbye, Del Depth. I will say, if I somehow complete this quest without a Jaya, I'm gonna be in disbelief. I haven't seen a single one so far. I'm failing the 1 in 40s, Chaz. It's not a good start. Sinnohs also don't take boosted fire damage, and that's why it's so low. There we go. Finally a wave I can deal with. There'll be Del Beaters in the northeast corner soon, by the way. Just to warn you, there'll be like northeast and southwest. Fun with that. These guys are dead. I think they spawn. Bye, Belda. Yep. Uh-oh, we just have to get the Dango to 40. Will we achieve it? I think I'm going into the unlucky category. Not the Dango. It's the only one that needs to level. Hopefully Dango is very close here. We're almost at the end. There we go. Get out of here, build up. It's like slightly too weak with my fireball to kill. It's so sad. Stop it. How am I not hitting it with this fireball? Hello? I was gonna... Some jank was happening there. I'm like, listen, no. Don't tell me he got 0 damage on a fireball I just cast in his face. Get out of here. Okay. So without it, I would say probably not worth. With it, I would say worth. Because, I mean, it's a difference of, like, we either clear the wave in 1.5 seconds or 5 seconds. So even in the 5 seconds, we're within, like, 10% of episode 4. Even though we were almost 2 to 3 times slower just because we don't have Hell Shot. So that, to me, is proof that it would be very good. We're still okay without it. But unfortunately, there's enough enemies that ignore percent that I would just have to have roll MST to get around that. Which, don't get me wrong, I think it, you know, if I came back at like another 50, 60 levels, it'd be easy. Anyway, back to value. to the Fandango. Creating a rainbow of humors. Oh no. Short fat humor dips into the floor. It's over. I only partially sink into the floor. Qcast is above the floor. The floor is beneath him. Humor, they're like, no, I'm dirt now. Death is real. There we go. Level more in theory we could try CF4, but that is not something I want to do until we are low 60s. Reason being, you need to be able to 1. Survive Dorkon, 2. Actually clear enemies quickly. So I am in no rush. Try that at level 40. It sounds miserable. But once everybody has like 360, 370 HP, maybe it's worth it. The red sword came out. Giant beat stick go. Gotta go back for a present. You're doing well, Tekkium. I see Twitch has given you the #1 Clipper spot. Congratulations, Tekkium. Art of YN. Some MAGA component. As someone that does not follow the lore, I'm just like, I'm assuming it's a story mode characters mag, like Eleanor's or whatever. As someone that has zero care about aesthetics, I'm like, this present doesn't do anything for me. I really want a mag raise. I have like 2 or 3 of those in the bag. Kind of like I've been sitting on Liberta kits for a while. I've given them mostly away at this point. I mean, I used to do the runs that would get them commonly. Mixing up a lot of the episode 4 ones. What is that? Scion? Because I used to do it for XCal. Now they made it part of Dwarf on a Clear Skyly. Unfortunately, I just have no interest in the new drop chart for Skyly at all. So I'm like, that idea is dead to me in episode 4, sadly. Like, am I really gonna do a run for only 18 drops of Goron Detonator and like do mop up 3? I don't think so. Why do that when I can have like 7 to 8 more enemies and also get RBR with lines? And also get V101. And also get Ubers. That wild Dango surviving. fully S-Tark. It feels like it. And I gotta get it to like 4 or 10 HP before I can feel comfortable in Desert. Until I hit the point, I have no interest in trying to CF4 comparatively. Push them up. Rip the Dango. Yes, dive bomb me. That'll show me. I'm gonna say, do I need to have a Twitch bet going on and whether or not one of us will get an ignition cloak before 80? That would be something. Anyway, let's rebuff. I mean, to be honest, man, probably within 20 hours we would get it. I don't know if I've played long enough to receive another one. I mean, technically, the last time I played with people, they got, what, 2 ignition cloaks? Oh, I don't know if it's been enough runs since then to realistically expect it from averages. Oh, that still killed me. Shame. Just, like, barely need more HP. Like, legitimately, like, it just did, like, 3 levels, it'll be fine. Yeah. I'm gonna put on another Heavenly, then. Couldn't remember what the total was off the top. You know, I was in the middle of swapping. That was just rude. I have like a million moons, I just have to get revived. Oh, is everybody out of moons? Oh no. You put down a telepipe then? Or something, please? Getting Team is trolling. Team is actually trolling. I know. Oh man. Team trolling. Alright, well I'm gonna put on double Heavenly HP. I got killed mid HP swap, which made me sad. I for some reason thought it was gonna do 340. But I guess it does like 370. I don't pay attention. I've been playing more single player than multiplayer, so I forget multiplayer every now and then. Just like, it's a number that's not relevant to me 80% of the time that I play. It just doesn't matter. But anyway, now I got my Heavenly on, so we're good. Put down a little hefty telepipe. Yeah, this is kind of the issue. We need to get the team with consistent demon mech guns. Like, these enemies should just be ultra dead. No question in my mind. For sure, they need to get auto-deleted. There we go, nice level up. Ouch. Oh, wait, how did... Wait, how did Tango die? Wait, he's got more health. Did he get double hit or something? I'm gonna go back to Capote. Basically, we need to bring Mint up to 370, and then we'll be okay. Next run should go very smooth, just because our Mint health should be there. There we go. I'll wear the other heavenly HP so I can tank Northonic Lair and or bomb detonators. There we go. Level ups. Nice. Now I could technically take off the heavenly HP and survive. I'm gonna wait a bit longer. 372 should be more than enough. That feeling when they knock you down when they're gelling is so bad. I need a better armor ASAP. We'll get there. I grabbed some from there and didn't spook them. That was interesting. I don't know about you, Chad. I felt like I was very far away. I am surprised that didn't auto-scare. Either I was at max range or something else weird happened mechanically that stopped it from being spooked. I was like max pistol range. I thought they would run even prior to that point. Oh well. Onwards we go. For 40 hit drop. Sadly, that Vulcan could have also been kind of good. 40 hit before tech. No charge though. Yeah, switch back over to Bowie. That was almost bad. Went to cast this spell and like, oops, can't do that. No, Rip Dango. Yeah, I just need the team to get a little more HP. That's present. My moons, I'm down to 3. Wondering what happens. You'll trick it this. My HP total is fine. I can survive Dorfon now, which is good. Due to my new TP, I'm actually gonna go double out of here. Level again. The Trader should go pretty smoothly. A little bit in danger versus Goron Detonator without the extra HP. But you have to be careful about that. From a team comp standpoint, since I'm only force, could I swap off of C just one first? I want to say with the answer without QQ laser, the answer might actually be yes. Just thinking about it. Although I'm realizing Dango should probably be going second. So we could get Harda from Dorfon. We'll fix that next time. Definitely if we do Christmas Fiasco, Dango needs to be second. That was the next stun though. Nice. 394 HP, that's not too bad. We're still within like crit range of some of the Gorons, but I think gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Goodbye, ground detonators. Yeah, the only big downside with like CF4 is actually just lack of rappies. I have more rappies. I like a decent number of Zoo, but Zoo is not really a good drop for Blue. Well, I wonder if like yellow CF4 is stronger than blue. Like would it go like red, yellow, blue in terms of power? Wait for the team over here. Now I'm just curious. How will this go? Now that we have some levels. Curiosity cannot be contained. I'm basically just gonna stand in the middle and Convoy spam. I don't think anything changes here. The goal is to get to 400 health before we go underground. Maybe that's 2 levels. Oh, I was gonna say, somebody sees some demons now. That was no contest, that was demons. Only demons would kill like that. Got a present. No. Oh. Okay. Starks are bullies. Dango too. issue is the team. It is making the Kafoe stack a lot harder. If they're like really far, they're pulling the Dorpon not only not towards me, but then it starts further from me too. So I had to reposition there. But after repositioning, that wasn't too bad. Put them in basically 2 Kafoe kill range. Sadly, no select cloaks so far. Ouch. Oh, no, I survived. There we go. As we don't go like super crazy far away, this should work. Again, just giving more opportunities for them to level. Almost hit me. Close. So yeah, like low 50s, it feels like it's okay to do CF4. You see, we're slowly catching up at X speed in the other quests. We're not at the part that's easier for the Force either. But I realize I'm hilariously low on tri-fluids. Oh, off by 50? That's a shame. We'll get there eventually. Tisk. I will gladly take die fluids. I'm gonna need quite a few. Oh no, the insta-Dorpon to the face. Rip whoever walked into that room first. Speaking of Rip. I don't know if I can revive you. I need to debuff. You pulled all the enemies here. Now I think I can revive you. Never mind, somebody just revived you. Yeah, because if I get meleeed and then run over, I'll die. Which would be a wave. Nice. More damage on my Kafoe matters. Apply some buffs. Is super hose. Nice Caduceus. Run if he wants to. Hey, how'd Dango die? There we go. I'm gonna buy Dango through Power of Will. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. As soon as I stop casting, look at there's no crit roll here. That's scary. I gotta go back to stacking. Man, that AntaresConvoy is hard bullying me. Please stop hitting me while fully stacking. Get out of here. Another Moon Atomizer. That's a good pick up. The Tri-Fluid is also huge. Next wave will be the Dorpons. Where do I want to be relative to them? I don't know if I want to be behind Safety Rock. I need to make sure they take max damage here. No, I got knocked down. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, team. Yeah, if you, just warn you. If I get knocked down, don't kill the AntaresConvoy. You guys are so dead if I don't have Kafoe. Oh, that's not my fault. I was getting AntaresConvoyed. I think I can heal through this. Should work. Chaos of all these door funds, though, is real. Brute Force killed 2 of them. Try fluid and a try make sure. Is back up to quite a few. Exciting. How about another dye fluid just in case? Yeah, double adept is like such a quality of life there. Okay, now I'm in Gafoe heaven. Had to fight my way through the doors to get here, but we got here at the end. And I have extra HP, so I'm very unlikely to die to Goron Detonator now. Not that it can't happen, just not very likely. The level up is very timely. As long as I debuff, it shouldn't be too bad for the team here. Another important reason for me to get Jellen's Allure. Oh, that Goron Detonator actually got deleted. We have we have 3 people with it. Yeah, I think it's worth proccing. Even if the other person just donates, worth after this room. I'll start us off with twins. So rude. There we go. Sadly, we will get almost no pull for completing this quest. Fun denied. Oh, I was not expecting that one kill to level me. Oh, I'm super dead. That sucks. I got frozen into the smack. Not much I could do about that. You got a banner, Pyro? Congrats. Using... There we go. Super combo time. Hope you're doing well, Pyro. Still some banners for level 30 techs. One of them might have been you. No. Too close to Gerda. Rip super buff. I can't help you. I think trying to heal you is gonna get me killed. What is going on? Oh, I'm getting hard bullied. Holy. That was so much freeze and laser aimed at me. I think the issue is that we just don't have poisoning like shotgun or traps there, which is really brutal. So, like 4 uncontrolled Marissas and a zoo is really hard to deal with. I need a Gerda. Because once I get hit, I don't know if I can get out of it normally. I'd have to like Gazan still move them or something. Alright, now I have an opportunity to buff. There we go. Yeah, I think the issue is just like more like between it's just like lockdown. How we lock it down as a team can change depending on who's there, but not knowing like where the Goron detonators are is really rough. We're getting a lot of insta smacks. I'll probably go back to the other quests. I got to experience CF4, it was okay. I just don't think the coal is going to be worth it. It's going to be some garbage, like 1 coal. Let's guarantee you. Definitely not worth it to me over just running MAs. But I was curious about the overall XP. But the problem is more like, I keep getting hit, and there's not enough crowd control to keep me safe. I would need like a second force here, or everybody would be ranger, or everybody would be cast. Because once I get hit, it's over. Like, I'm just witnessing the whole room just go uncontested. I'm just like, oh, it's over. There we go. Okay, rare monster. Sadly, it's nothing of interest. I'm not excited for Marissa at all here. It's actually a downgrade. It actually gets rid of a Jaya from the run. Unfortunate. I died at 420. Okay. I'm gonna go, okay, sure game. That made sense. I think my Gazan traded and it crit, and it got me through Jellin, and I had D-ban. That was insane. That crit damage was something. I'll definitely switch armors when I leave this quest. Like, I'm above the normal HP total I need to be at. My preferred health total is 418. So I died at 427. I'm like, either that is it just like a really unlucky damage roll, or I don't know. I've lived crits with much lower health than this. That's why I was like taking it back there. second? Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how to level 2 hunters is the problem. The best way. Solo, very hard mode force. I could maybe clear it if I was high level. It's definitely a struggle right now. Got a syringe. I'll figure it out. Might just be going back to like A over C. Grab those though. Oh, I don't care about super armor at all, Pyro. I'm not. Baristas are not the problem. It's more like, literally, if that Goron detonator knocks me down, there's no damage. But there's not enough crowd control to stop that from happening. So I'm just getting like hard bullied for like legit like 10 seconds straight, and I don't stack any Gafoes, and then the next wave the team just basically dies. Because I've just been like hard bullied for blow after blow. So even with Evan and Jelland, I'm still getting knocked down every hit. Kind of annoying. So it's more, I'm too low level, but we would also just need like a different kind of crowd control. Like there, that was a good stun lock, but unfortunately, it's gotta be like super on point. I can afford to get hit like once or twice a wave, it's not bad. It's just there's certain points where I just get like legit wailed on, and I'm like, I don't think I've cast anything in over 8 seconds. I'm just getting stun looped. It's like, I don't have any... Oh no, that's not true. I apparently have 1 star in a Lesser now. Maybe break the cycle once now. I thought J ruined detonator? Not at this level. Or very low level. I mean, you can see, like, I'm just getting tossed around like a ragdoll constantly. Case in point. Oh, it's not knocking me down. I don't normally need to worry about that. If I'm like above level 80, it doesn't matter for very hard mode, but I'm just surprised I'm still getting knocked down. I just don't know if I'm just legitimately getting crit that many times in a row, or if there's some weird HP threshold I'm not passing, despite being at a very high health total for this area. Like, that should not really knock me down. Because it has to exceed, like, what? 20% of my health? But I'm surprised even through Jelland that they're still doing that much. No, don't swap characters. I'd rather finish off the current characters. It's gotta change armor. And also not run CF4. But at least I got a comparison for later. I was more hoping to see Dorfana Claire at the surface of it. It is what it is. The present, not too bad. Ooh, that's unlucky. See, that's me getting double hit. That I understand when that happens. That splash damage is not usually supposed to one-shot you. Yeah, look at the damage difference between there. Took like another like 600 damage there. Oh, frame 1 body splash. You're so unfair. Go for the stun lock here. I feel kind of upset because I don't think I would have dropped that if the camera wasn't fighting me there. Anyway, we should be good now. I got them in the stun move. It's like, I guess I was just too close to the rock with the camera. Kind of annoying. Photon crystal. Okay. Right, I count on materials again. That'd be annoying, actually. I guess I'll just take the materials out, because I need to be able to put stuff away. Just inevitably at some point, I would... Did I hit? I don't know what function key I hit there by accident. That was interesting. Anyway, back to this. Remove the hard ofs out of here. And take the rest of the HP material too. Okay, do I have something that gives me about 100 defense? Yes, no. No, I don't. It's also kind of annoying. I think I would prefer this one for having better fire resist. I'm gonna put this on. That actually matters in the run. Let's put away the remaining items. I don't need these. I don't want to be vulnerable to Zoo Fireball, because that will actually kill me if I put that at 0. Even without it, that's a one-shot for me. Double check the armor shop quickly. But anyway, that should reduce damage a little more. I mean, most of the time I don't like to armor upgrade, but as I said before, if I'm getting hit a lot, like, I can't continue like that. Like, you're just gonna... I'm gonna get very salty very quickly, so I need more defense. So we'll do that. Let's go this way. Yeah, there's times I don't even touch the gear at all, but I was getting hit like an insane number of times compared to normal. How many coal did you actually give me? Oh, you actually gave 3 coal? Wait, hold on. So very hard mode gives 3 and ultimate gives 4? Wow, they made ult so whack. Thanks. Thanks for the ult nerf. I was fully expecting that to be like 2 or something. At best. 3 is actually okay for the difficulty, but still not worth our time doing, sadly. I think they buff, what, the coal in CF4? Or do you mean specifically hard mode? Or very hard mode? So I'll tell you right now, they specifically nerfed it. In Ultimate, they 100% nerfed it. I think they just forgot to write it in the wiki. When they updated the coal. It only says 124 currently, still. The coal update has been existing for a while. Rip wiki. One day. Okay, I want to try A. See how I feel about this. Rip the 6 coal that used to be an ult. Honestly, I don't even remember last year if I ran very hard mode to even compare that, so I don't even think I could go back in a video. I'm gonna write that as a question mark. Never played it then. There we go. On the plus side, it is getting closer to the PP laser hour. Just an about appropriate time for it to appear. We're like 2 beats from it. You can just wait near the laser gates. Those. Always stomach deep. Away. Freeze. Mango. Yeah, I'm gonna put source unknown for very hard mode. I've learned not to trust the wiki fully. It's definitely gotten better over the years, but it has also just been outright wrong for years. My favorite was how unupdated ED1 was. I was complaining about that earlier in the month. It was to the point where I waited the first day of the event, and it's like they only updated, I think, the day before the event started. It had been sitting incomplete for over a year. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That information's a bit questionable. So I think stuff that's an RBR rotation for the most part is now up to date. We have people going back in and updating maps and, you know, double checking totals. But even like the way they do nomenclature for like optional hunted enemies in a run is not consistent. So, like, to give you an idea, there's, like, the bonus enemies you could kill in a Scarlet Realm run, but the way they designate those enemies specifically in a bonus room is not consistent for when they do it outside of Scarlet Realm, and it leads to some very weird numbers when you actually look at them. Because they're putting, like, a literal total, including the bonus enemies, but that's not the enemies you would see unless you did all the optional stuff. So they don't use, like, the parentheses plus stuff on those other quests. It doesn't come up very often, but it does become kind of annoying when you're doing comparisons. Yeah, it's kind of like... I'll even give an even easier example. So, like, if you take something like Xrd, how many enemies are on the left path versus the right path? You wouldn't be able to tell looking at that. Those monster counts don't make sense. They probably should have just split it into a subtable. Like, you're not going to be fighting like all 40 Astarks in one area. Some of it's like anytime there's like a split choice kind of quest or the paths, I feel like it's still a bit of a gap there. Like, I'm not sure, for example, if they went back and updated Penumbral Surge 2 to show the optional enemies. I think they did actually update Penumbral Surge 1 correctly. Because I know that was one of the ones where there's a different number of enemies you fight with this 4-player versus one player or 1 through 3. So it's just stuff like that. It's getting better, don't get me wrong, but like there's just definitely times I look at this and I'm like, no, this is wrong. Because you'll see it too, like if you try to go and look up like what is the best hunt for an enemy, and there are times I've looked it up this year, not even like years in the past, like this year within the past 2-3 months, where I will look at something, it'll say like the best hunt is 27 in this quest. I'll go to click on the quest and it says 22. And I'm like, well, which one is right? I don't know what to believe here. I have conflicting information for the same thing. And then there's kind of like a broader question for where you're looking at like, you know, this is the recommended way to hunt certain things. But then like they'll not include some of the newer quests like at all. Some of the newer quests are the best way to hunt it. So there's still kind of like a lag in between. Rest in peace anniversary event stuff. RIP anniversary. Did they drop their stuff? I would just like to apologize in advance to all the players trying to figure out how to activate this next spawn. Just like to say a big sorry. I'm sorry that you have to go through the massive attack that isn't B. You mean Forest Atrocity? So true. I was gonna say, good luck, team. We'll see if they've learned. They should technically know where B and C are from today. The context clues. There's only one path we haven't been down. Nope. Yellow's incorrect. Green is incorrect. Oh, I thought blue was gonna have it. Never mind. I'm gonna go solve the puzzle for the team. You're welcome. It's not gonna come over here. Here we go. Mind bending. No, I don't know why it starts in the middle. Yes, I did rant about that earlier today. Dude, it's so arbitrary. Like, why in the middle? It is what it is. .45-hit striker, oof. Rip the dango. Always here, should clean them all out. Fine. I love that no fear Rafoe. Walked up with certain dominance. The QQ laser has arrived. It's all over. QQ OP. Yeah, this quest has a very high concentration of Marissas, which is not a bad thing. It's a lot of giant chances. He's already a decent level. Love to see it. It goes emotional support. I mean, if you have Slicer Fanatic or Demon Mecha, will always be relevant. Reaching things in melee, I mean, like, you might be able to still shoot the Marissas, because they are, like, immune on other characters, where that kind of stuff speeds up the run so much. Ooh. Added CP. Grab these materials. Or my favorite one was when I was looking over, what is it? The Solstice quest. But it doesn't list that you fight falls there, and I definitely forgot. And I've made a correction in my quest guide. Like, it's just not listed. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's still not right. It's been out a year. So it's like, if I lean on that information sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, I don't remember it having it. And I'm like, oh, the wiki says it's not there. And then I'm like, no, actually it is there. Wiki's wrong. Question mark. So even in the event quest today, they're still not correct, sadly. Maybe one day. We'll give them to 2026. They'll fix the 2024 winter quests. Question mark. Maybe. There you go. We'll have the team split up. I'll stay on the north side. There we go. Goodbye, enemies. Yeah, like a long time ago, I used to make very minor edits to quests. I haven't touched that stuff in years. I'm sure my old username is in there somewhere. Oh, right. That room. Disregard. I thought there were items in there. There we go. Team getting so many gyros. Oh, I guess I can check briefly. Did they fix the Solstice quest? Let's find out. Survey says nope. says fixed enemy counts, Ruins 1, Del Saber, Chaos Sorcerer, Dark Belwer, Saldemian, Bullclaw. Use 3, Poison Lily, Nano Dragon, Gill Shark, Slime, Panarms, Forest 2, Hildebear, Monas, no mention of Falls. RIP. One day, chat. I don't feel like updating this stuff. There's a couple times I've asked them to fix quests before, like genuinely. I don't think today is one of those days. Gonna have dinner. No worries, Chips. Hope you had a good time. If there's anybody that wants to hop in, you got a free slot. You're not that far away from hitting 80. Might bear a stopping point since I do have work tomorrow. Oh, let me buy moons. I was gonna say, you're more than welcome to join. Very hard mode is dumb. Just like, it's one of those things where we will grind it out for like 10-20 hours. We're gonna be so PD positive. I'll do a little dance. We'll give chat a minute or two. We'll pause this remix since this is when I was listening to it. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think this is in Orochi. As much as I like the song, I don't want to listen to it loop for another 20 minutes. Okay, any other soundtrack? I feel like we didn't get the full OST for Warriors Orochi 3, which is weird to me. Like, I didn't hear, like, Troy theme, for example, or any of the other characters aside from the Dead or Alive character. Yeah, like, I looked it up and there's, like, they only have 40 songs. I'm letting you know it's a 4-disc soundtrack. It's a little more than 40 songs. I'm just gonna... Soft spoilers. As someone that owns the physical copy of that. Sadly, I can't get what I need here. Oh well, we'll move it forward. Oh, HellCleave is here. HellCleave is ready to receive value. I don't know what they added in the deluxe version. See, I stopped playing after 3. I don't even know what's in 4. I haven't played 4. It's one of those things where I played it, I had fun with it. I went to Sengoku Basara and I went, I can never do Dynasty Wars again. Mag timer notification is weird. Oh, I've never used it before. By the time that came out, I stopped mag feeding. It was like, I did like 10 mags on my own. I'm good. I don't need to do anymore. I've raised my own Talisius before. Raised the Rappy mag before. One and done is good. Welcome, Citrus Crawl. How's the grind? It's going okay. I don't know why it's is boring. I love it. Oh no. Go back to C now that we have PP laser. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, we should be breaking like 200 XP a second if we got a good split going. Although, I think it counted all the timer in the beginning. So I'm sure the XP per second will be like 5 or something atrocious, since we were waiting forever to activate that quest. Oh, you got Hellshot? Oh, I'm walking away. I am not needed there. Downgraded to comic relief. Poor Dango. That Hellshot is so weird. Although even with that delayed start to the quest, we still almost broke 200 XP a second. So you can see like the raw XP that is possible here. Can be higher than ultimate by quite a bit. Just depends on how well geared you are. Heart of Del Saber, nice. Wait, Dark Velvet, ew. Never mind, no longer nice. Gross. What is that, White ID TTF very hard mode? Blech. There's only one quest that would take you to Dark Velvet. There's no way you're hunting that on purpose. I don't believe it. During XP week? No way. Context clues. I'm like, wait a minute, that didn't say Indy Belra, and I'm like, wait a minute, there are any Heartofs of White ID on ult. Gross. Would people CF... Well, maybe people would be insane enough to do CF1 power leveling over just doing TTF during XP week on very hard mode. Still not fully convinced I'll run CF1 again later in the week or towards the end of the event. Might be my one and done for now. I haven't recovered from the poison room. Shut the records, that sucks. Good grab these. Start stacking here. There we go. Oh no, I've been run it over. Trying to bait him. I turned too slowly. And I had a trade where I got a Demon Needle with the special. Demon Needle, pretty good. Hoping to finish one more challenge mode episode 2 run. And after that, I have to really assess how badly I want those other weapons. Or if I'm okay with just never bothering. How badly do I want like a Berserk launcher at the moment? I definitely want to finish Demon Needle. Already have an Arrest Needle. Figure it out. I wonder if it's just one of those things where I just have to not play Forced in Challenge Mode episode 2 and I'll have fun. I don't know. I have a decent time playing Force in episode 1 challenge mode, but episode 2 is like outside of Temple. I don't know. Temple and Tower, I don't feel like I do anything beyond that. I feel like I do legit nothing in CCA other than Mary Carroll and spend 15 minutes feeling stressed out dodging Gal Griffin. Kind of unfortunate. Not in challenge mode, you're not, Pyro. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm just like, I really do not like them in challenge mode. I feel like almost every enemy kills you instantly. Seabed, I legitimately get one-shot by everything until I gain like 5 levels. So I'm playing like super glass cannon mode the whole time, which is just not enjoyable to me. Like, the fact you could eat, like, 4 or 5 HP materials and still get one shot is wild. Given the fact that they're, like, times... or they're more efficient than normal HP materials. Every HP material is 10 health, for example. Remember, whichever class night raw cost rocket seal could use another 100-200 health. I don't think so. I think HP is whack in this game. If there was something that could lower your HP, I'd actually lower it for ult. There's so many times where I'm like, damn, I don't have a useful amount of health, so I'm between dying instantly because I have 2,000 health, or I get one shot if I'm too low. But if I'm at like 1500 health, I'm like, man, if only it was like 1400. Yeah, Humar not getting Tekken Challenge mode is stupid. Humar and Ramar should have gotten basic techs. They could have been like level 1, and you only get them starting in mines, but they should have gotten something. Just a guaranteed use for TP, even if not effective, versus like a force using it. But ultimate balancing, no. I don't think the solution is more health. I think a big issue is just evade is so terrible that there's a reason people just don't bother using it as a stat. Like pretty much every part of PSO is like ultra flawed, just kind of held together by like duct tape, gum. Gotta follow the spaghetti. Maybe you'll find the meat of it somewhere. MST weapons are whack. There's like so many things where it's like, I'm glad in later games they kind of fix it, but I don't want it to become so homogenized that I can just use one tech and beat every enemy. It's what I felt like Phantasy Star Zero was. I remember getting bored of that because I legitimately don't even think I ever looked at enemy weakness while playing on the highest difficulty. It was literally just charge up, weapon tech, weapon tech. Oh, is an enemy able to be pulled in by the AoE pull? Then I'll do it. So each of them have a problem. Yeah, meanwhile in challenge mode, you get like a 400 MST required cane when your character will never hit that number ever. Even if you get every mine material, it's not possible to hit that. Like, it's so weird that they customized the drop tables, but didn't fix that. It's so weird. Oh, moral stats don't make any sense. You can seal stats don't make any sense. Evasion is a worthless stat for the most part, outside of boosting dolphin damage, which is already niche. The problem is, like, it puts you in, like, a shorter block stun, but it doesn't give you the same amount of iframes. So you just end up getting stun locked harder. Whereas, like, if it just didn't block you at all but gave you the shorter frames, it would be fine. Or if you had the shorter amount of, you know, we'll call them block frames, but you still had the iframes as though you'd been struck, and that would let you like evade afterwards. Would have been a more useful mechanic. And you would see people actually running stuff like Stealth Suit, unironically, for like raw evade and stuff like that. But instead, it just leaves you more vulnerable to getting insta one-shot. A lot of not a lot of weapons. A lot of enemy attacks just don't do elemental damage that should. There's just way too much set damage in this game. There's a lot of things where like they kind of fix that in later games, but they usually mess up just enough that I'm like, I think I would rather just play the original if that's where they're gonna go with it with the fix. Kind of like I briefly played PSO 2, where I'm like, oh look, you know, there's classes, so I get to play all these characters, so technically I have like a character level versus like, you know, having classes, and now I can swap out, so I'm not swapping character slots like a memory card, and then I'm like, oh, look at all this other awful stuff they put in here. Okay, I'm done. Like, wow, this is just egregious. It wore its welcome very quickly. Yeah, I liked a lot of elements of Zero, but you know, things where they have like MST now is how you do damage with the wands and stuff versus ATP. I actually liked those changes, for example. But some of the others, just... I don't know about that. And there's just, like, a lot of weirdness in general, which is, like, I don't know if it was intended. Like, how certain enemies are just immune to tech boosts. Why? Or, like, why does MST from weapon not go over your cap? They should have just treated it like an actual secondary attack stat. Just, like, weird stuff like that. So there's kind of, like, a very strong anti-force vibe from, like, episode 2 in particular due to stuff like that. Where there's just no way to apply enemy attribute and you can't tech boost. So it's like, cool. You don't get to do anything. But it is what it is. So we'll give people some time. Fortunately, we're almost 80. I've seen anything too exciting on the forums. Just opening it up. First time in a bit. I saw they were releasing some kind of UI hub to base it off the Kingdom Hearts. For all those Kingdom Heart enjoyers, it looks like it literally went live within the past couple hours. Basic frame percent on force weapons, yep. Enemy percent should have mattered for techs, for sure. Honestly, even that alone would have fixed a lot of the problems of, like, why it's just better to barehand cast literally over most everything. It's just because, like, monster percent doesn't do anything. Weapon MST doesn't go over cap, and it's so paltry that it just doesn't make a difference. Like, the raw amount of frames you lose is just not worth it. Crazy. Doing well, Tiggy. I apparently missed the banner while I was getting the message. Stretchy section ID, it's true. Do like the stretch section ID. I mean, to be fair, like, the ultimate drop weights are just kind of whack. Like, they did one thing right for Blueful in Desert specifically, where it's, like, actually better than very hard counterpart. That's it. I'm not gonna hunt, like, episode 2 Spaceship for it, though. I know a lot of people were doing that grind last week. What was it, like Lost Blind Assault or whatever? Drop this monomate, I don't... And to start up our tower for Giant Run? Maybe. Rest in peace, CCC. We'll give him a couple of minutes. Unsure if Granted Knight is here since I was talking about a different topic earlier. But hope you're having a good night if you're still here. We're just waiting on Min. I'm tempted to just go underground and hunt something while waiting. Greater interior. I might as well check for Del Rappy. There you go, there's my quick Del Rappy check. I figure rather than stand around, we might as well just kill something. Hello there, Dorflock. Did Dango get an item? That is Suka Dango. Actually a pretty strong beat stick, depending on what it comes with. Did unironically use it to kill lizards. Has like what, 650 ATP? Like it's a pretty chunky weapon. There you go. Doubt they would ever do another big balance pass on items unless they start introducing a lot of new base quests. So I feel like what we have now is going to be stable for a bit. Although they might feel that people aren't running episode 2 enough, so who knows, maybe they'll rebalance the charts to make episode 2 slightly more playable. We'll see, I guess. Welcome back, man. Whenever you're ready, rejoin us. We're just in free roam. Might as well get these item chances out of the way. We're gonna clean this up and then teleport. Dango loves the Asuka. Just the quests to make items more desirable. I think the problem is just a lot of quests are just unfun. Like, I just don't know. There's kind of like the legacy vanilla quests, and some of them are like really, really, really strong compared to everything else. And then there are some custom quests which are also very strong. And then there's just really unfun layouts like Temple or Spaceship, where nobody really enjoys the area layouts. It's not even the enemies that are necessarily the problem. Just nobody feels like walking like 12 rooms and not fighting anything. And they will not adjust like vanilla quests at this point. Custom quests they could, in theory. But it's like a lot of the newer content for episode 2 has kind of saved it. Honestly, I'd run like almost nothing that was vanilla at this point for E2. I mean, just think about it. Like, how many quests have we played on stream where we're like, oh, that's a vanilla episode 2 quest. Let's go play that. I'm like, I don't like RT. That's like the closest we come to playing vanilla quests there. Guess we do. I guess PW box resets is like close. I don't know if I would say I enjoy those. One of those things that makes me question life. Where it's like, I'll do resets in PW4, but I'm not like ever running the quest to completion. So it's like, I like PW3 for what it is. But it's like, man, it's so bad when like you go to look up, it's just like, oh, I really want to fight Sinozoa. Surely there will be an amazing hunt that will... Oh, there's only like 9 in this quest and they're at the end. Oh, what's that? These are all vanilla quests, so there's like 80 enemies total? Oh. You're like, what do you mean the West Tower is the best way to fight this? There's like 30 enemies in this quest. And there's so much walking. I don't know, stuff like that just makes me sad. Where you look up like, wow, episode 1 has like 6 quests you could do to go fight Falls, and like 3 of them are really solid, and the others are just kind of a bonus prize. What fun ways could we go fight Ogoflow? Oh. Oh. What do you mean free roam is still the best quest in 15 years? Are we sure? There's nothing else other than free roam seabed to go get Ogoflow? Oh. It's so sad though. Like laugh track for sure. It's so bad. Like honestly, it's one of those things where they could probably adjust certain enemies and I'd probably enjoy them a lot more. We were talking about before how, like, on a different stream, bulk hauls split up and they could give you weapon drops, and with the enhancements to Ephinea, you still get the rare from bulk haul just at a reduced rate. So you have like a trade-off you could do versus just straight up losing an option. But then it's like, you'll fight something like Epsilon, and then you'll be like, oh, surely this giant waste of time enemy will have at least an 80% drop rate like all other mini-bosses, right? Surely it wouldn't be as bad as, like, cave normal enemies or, like, Gilchick, right? And then you look at it, and you're like, okay, well, at least maybe they'll drop a set weapon because all their rares are terrible, right? No. It was not right. And stuff like that just does not inspire me to play a lot of those areas. Just knowing there's an entire enemy with a completely dead chart with a completely dead series of drops where I would never, ever, ever, ever run them. Nor do I find them fun to fight on top of that. Not only are they a time waste, but there is just nothing that you could do to get something fun from them. Like, they don't split, they don't give like multiple boxes. Epsilon should have dropped 1 box of every type. That would have fixed so many problems with them. It would be so, like, unreal how much better they would have been. Given how long they take to kill, they deserve to be, like, 2-3 enemy drops minimum. They shouldn't all be able to rare item, but it would be, like, this thing could be Meseta or rare item or something like that. Like, endless VR. Well, speaking of not running anywhere, RIP CCC. 60 hit just went on the present banner. Makes sense. Yeah, I think there's some really strong custom quests that are out there. Like in terms of like design, not just in terms of like numbers. Penumbral Surge outside of 5, which is, you know, we complained about that enough on stream, but seriously, 5 sucks. Other than 5 in the Penumbral Surge series, I enjoy pretty much all of them. I think some of the quests created by Ender have been pretty fun. Not necessarily like crazy hunt-wise, but they feel pretty smooth. Some of it's like, oh, okay, you know, learning new ways to kind of tackle the quests. Esther quest series have been pretty solid. I always laugh that, like, one of the best tempo quests that exists in the game is just... It's an episode 1 quest, and you can't get episode 2 stuff. Oh yeah, don't scan for anomalies, though. Sleep well, Granny Night. But sadly, there's just like a couple of quests where like they just have so many enemies that other quests would have to have that many enemies, or something else crazy would have to happen. Like they'll probably get rid of Terrell's ego. The way the server has been going, they will probably get rid of it within a year. So I expect them more to remove as opposed to replace. It's just been what the past 2 years have been, unfortunately. So as part of our formal protest, we will do 30 minutes of extremely boring resets to show you how bad it is to get Rambling May now. That this is like the only realistic way to do it outside of like hyper obnoxious doorway camping maze quests in Temple. Like, no thanks. No thanks at all. I'm not doing that. Like the MA2 version 2. That quest is a drug trip, by the way. If you actually try reading the dialogue in that quest, could tell Terrell was on some things at the time. There you go, get that value. I wonder if there's a compilation of all of his dialogue in that quest. Wow, team getting all the value. Good job, team. Oh, you can leech XP. I don't care. I'm cool. You have like what, 3 more runs to go to hit 80? Maybe 3.5 for Dango. I was getting so much XP from kills earlier. It'll be fine. More land, nice. Going PD mad at the moment. There we go. Someone will figure it out. See, I'm mind gaming them. I keep changing what massive attack we're in. It's a cruel trick on everybody. So, out of curiosity, HellCleave, we picked up some very high Angry Fist machine across the team within the past couple of days. Do you recall, offhand, like what the breakpoint is? Or like price guide breakpoints more accurately. I'm just curious, because we've seen like 55 and 60 machine in the past couple days. I would imagine it's an important threshold of some sort. That is not a low amount by any stretch of the imagination. Almost in the finish, should probably run. Yeah. I think that's just kind of an issue with ult. I think there's just like to say ult difficulty is not thought through is kind of an understatement. It's just like there's no upgraded tiers of armor or basic weapons in ult. It's just reusing everything you could have already gotten in very hard mode. So it just means like you just don't gain anything. So it doesn't even scale the same way that the other difficulties do, where there'll be stronger common weapons and rare weapons will scale up. There's like no level 100 basic armor or level 110 basic armors. So that way players could just naturally gear up as they go. There's not like another tier of common weapons that would make it worth doing over very hard mode. There's just kind of like a lot of inherent flaws in the system, and because of that, because units also don't scale at all, the units just like so overwhelmingly eclipse from rares over the commons that there's just generally no point. Like, nobody wants Knight Power in Tower. People don't even want to see that in very hard mode. Like, they definitely don't want to see that in ult. So it's just kind of unfortunate that there's so many built-in junk rolls. Look at that stun lock. Get out of here. Doing my Vice runs, I did 10 runs, didn't see a Vice stop. Yeah. I can at least say I've seen one of all the common weapons drop this event so far. They weren't good, but at least I could say I saw Diska, Vice, Jaya. Picked up a lot of spare units for other players. More stuff that could potentially be taken into CF4. People have time to kind of get those characters a bit more ready. Yeah, having a blue Fonewman on the first account was going to be huge. So when we go out of event, this character is going to see a lot of play. I might do unseals on this character so I can level him and do other things. I just won't do it during the event itself, where my time spent actually matters, versus I'm bored and I don't really care how efficient it is. There we go. Look, if you want to get some Jaya chances, hopefully, we could briefly dip into MA2B. Oh, speaking of Jaya. Terrible Jaya. Oh, all 0 Jaya dropped. Yeah, May 2B on very hard mode has quite a few Jaya chances. More than hard mode, I want to say. Hard mode just has better rates at it, but there are just more overall chances in very hard mode. Laser damage finish. Think about shopping, but I don't need it. I can maybe do 1 or 2 more runs. I might have to call it. I'm feeling the night hit me. It's been interesting lately. Definitely gets exhausting looking after a sick relative. There we go. Summon Dango with the dance. Dance of madness. I guess the other quests we could do a little more of. Once we're kind of in like the low 100s with characters, we could do the random rev for. I do like that quest, although it's not as enemy dense. Might do it more, kind of one of those things where we might not do it during the event specifically, but I definitely want to play that again. I had actually a good time with that quest. I think Green ID is pretty solid in that quest series. It's because you have a chance at Galatine. Although I guess you could argue that Redria might be better if you don't have guaranteed Galatine. Started to walk away, but then the game was like value. I was gonna say, that's my first little bit of value in quite some time. Happy it's going to other people. They need it more. I would like to pick up the Photon Crystal eventually. Ooh. Remix of Optic Line. Ooh. Oh, I like this remix. I don't know if I like it more than the original, but it's different. More guitar heavy, which I'm not gonna say no to. Man, if I heard a song like that, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would bother selecting the mission. Like, no. This music plays as soon as you select the mission. That seems accurate. Welcome to despair. And go getting more presents. That's good. Ouch, I got bodied. Battle Fandango is out there. Oh. Well, we went from about nothing in an hour to 2 photon crystals. That turned around. Suga's drone. Yeah, earlier today we got another Heavenly Arms, so we end up finding like 3 or 4 more. We don't have to swap out those units for the Ramar. Should say the Ramar army, be more accurate at this point. Why does this have 25 hit? Oh, if you got it from a present, why? I'm assuming you mean the giant battle fan. Enjoy the battle fan, Dango. Beat the enemies with a very confusing dance. We traded blows. That's unfortunate. Can you imagine if the fan weapon picked up like a little mini tornado to extend your melee move? What a missed opportunity. Can you imagine just tornadoing like small groups of people? I've been run it over. The photon crystals, okay. Well, I mean, I guess if I want to make another bringer's rifle or something. To have one on the force account. want to stay up super late, as I said before. I don't mind going a little past midnight. Welcome, Toriel. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, Raiders. Shame we haven't seen a Del Rapid yet, but it is what it is. They could be kind of stubborn outside of their enemy. So, what were you playing on stream? Any fun game? Doing any multiplayer stuff with people? That's a buff HellCleave, and I'm like, oops, miss. There we go. HellCleave rolling around in the photon drops. Did some acing things, and as my brain failed, I did some Power World. Interesting. Hopefully Power World went well. I was gonna say, I feel my brain failing at the moment. Just like, the week is hitting me. But it's okay. Our world was a lot of fun. Foxtrot 50 Spirit Disco, nice. I was gonna say, HellCleave is gonna do all that digging for like crazy items, and then he just does some like random box open in very hard mode. It's stuff better than Ultimate. Classic PSO moment. Yeah, we have a lot of games to potentially try out next year. Going back to box runs next year? Oh no. HellCleave going in. Phantasmal World about to run out of boxes. Be the great tragedy of 2026. No more boxes. They've been hunted to extinction. Not even with the April Fool buffs can they dodge the amount of players murdering them. Yeah, I'm not in a rush to do Blue ID ult. Go Newman. I'm not worried about hitting 80 tonight. Yeah, I can maybe do one more run, and I think that's it. We're at the end of my limits today. Put me pretty close. If I really want to hit 80, I can do it over a lunch break tomorrow or something. Hopefully getting more value. Everybody getting more value. Love to see that. Pick up the 50 hit Spirit just because. Rest in peace, HellCleave. Splatted by zoos. Like, you can't freeze me for very long if I'm already wiggling the control stick. Joke's on you, enemy. I expect to be frozen. That frame 1 breakout. Yeah, I have to check Steam. I think there's a lot of sales going on at the moment. So it's like, I know there are people that have asked me to play stuff like... I don't remember its title again, but I haven't played it before. Expedition 33? I don't know if it's like Player Obscura is the name. We might be trying that out in 2026. A couple other smaller indie games we might try out along the way. Like people were comparing Sea of Stars to this game, and I was like, now I'm just curious. They're saying this is what Sea of Stars should have been. Now I'm really curious. What does that mean? We're gonna have a fun little journey together into the unknown. I'm so sad Rifo didn't target when I cast them the first time. Thought I need my evil eyeliner. I'm like, oh. Game was so memey. I still don't know how to interpret the developer room comments. I feel like I walked into something media res, had no context for stuff, realized that they were telling the story and it was about them, and it just got really awkward. I was like, I don't know if I would want to put this in a video game. Would you really want to say something that personal in a game and expose it as you, not as in like it happens to a character? I don't know. Something about it was just very odd to me. I mean, they did warn you it was going to be a text dump, I suppose, but man, oh man. Ooh, photon draw. Listen, I'm just going to be happy when I'm not going into, like, endless puzzle dungeons. I'm a little concerned about Bat and Kaidos. We have gotten to what I'll call the sanity break realm. So if you want to see me just like flip out, it's so abstract, I honestly have no idea what to expect the next time we go to play that. So for those that missed it, it's just like, it went from a very, very serious revenge case to I'm playing Tower of Druaga. Candy House also, it's true. Like, what's happening? I'm feeling the tonal whiplash. I don't think I can handle this tonal whiplash. Oh man. Or like that, like, what was that? Like it was like an 80 dialogue box scene where they were just trying to figure out how to escape a candy house. And it's made of candy, so you could just do anything to escape the candy house. It's not like it's not as difficult as you're making it sound. To the point that they do the thing where I'm like, couldn't they just eat their way out? And they do. I feel like that was the forced laugh track moment in the game. Where I honestly sat there and went, is this happening in the real plot? Are we sure we're not drugged and unconscious somewhere? I would believe this is a dream sequence. I'd be willing to be like, you know what? That explains the last 2 hours. I don't know why any of this is happening. So we still have more of that world to explore. I was in Candy Village, and I now have to go to Storybook Land, which I'm sure will be an absolute drug trip, given the last dungeon I went to. I just don't understand what's happening. I guess when they say it's a land between dimensions, they mean between grimdark, serious writing and absolute Looney Tunes. Just the whiplash is strong. So we'll be exploring that together on Saturday, Sunday for sure. Yeah, I would not have guessed we were going to be doing a real-time battle card game system. But alas, yours is full of surprises. Also, for the people that have been enjoying Phoenix Wright, I might have some very good news for you. We'll have to pick out a couple months to do some Phoenix Wright. Ah, my target to Refoe keeps dying, so I actually lose time there. I'll go pick up the HP material. I had a decent amount of fun with it. I guess the thing I'm trying to figure out, and you know, going in 2026, you know, I have a chance to change direction with it, but it's like the thought process on voicing a game that already has voices, but it's not dubbed in English. I was not expecting to get a Japanese dub, for example, of Batten Kaidos. So it can throw off my pacing when I don't have like a lot of control over cutscenes. So it's hard to like voice it accurately. But I'm definitely curious for the future what would be the best way to handle some of that. Or if I should just try to find a way to mute their voice and just voice it. Because I started up the game and didn't realize that it was like not going to be in English, and I was like, oh. Because the original game was in the US in English. Apparently the dub was just very bad, is what I've been told. They just used the Japanese audio. Even though the game does have an English dub. It did have an English dub released in the US. Such are the mysteries of picking up RPGs sometimes. But for everything else where it's, you know, no voice acting, it's fine. It's kind of like when we did like Eiyuden Chronicles, or like Eiyuden 100 Heroes. I would just voice whatever wasn't voiced, and I thought that was fair enough. But I guess it's more down to like, when it's not in English, do I summarize or talk it out? And I guess it somewhat depends on the game. But we'll see. I definitely want to voice act whatever is happening in Storybook Land. I think that'll be my decision. I'm like, you know what? I wanna read the dialogue out loud so I can fully understand how insane this is. Just wanna go forward with it. Yeah, it's been a series of events for sure. I still don't know what to do with the Look Outside playthrough, other than it's at least on pause until after Christmas. That's another one of those ones where it's like, what do you do when the game really drastically updates while you're playing and you feel like it messed up your playthrough? I don't think I've ever had to deal with that before. Usually why I don't get games the first year they're out. I prefer the game to be stable. Or to play with like the full content unlocked. So I'll think about it. I'm willing to like maybe try to get an ending in our current playthrough of Look Outside. I think the issue is just like, I will just have to say to myself that I will not be able to see all the content I want to see because we had like a mid-patch run. So therefore stuff I should have had in the new patch I don't have because it's an older patch. But the problem is like, it could be kind of hard to identify new content versus old content until you've already passed it. And you're like, oh, yeah, that wasn't there before. Versus, oh, there's a character here, let's talk to them, and then go, oh, maybe this character wasn't here before. But then you've already spent in-game time, yada yada. Lowest stat ever. Did you get all zeros, congeals? One and two. Unfortunate. So a congeal cloak though. I'll use that in like multiplayer caves or backup for episode 4 boss clear. I am shocked that didn't kill. Missed it by 2. That's so sad. Yeah, it looks like based off this run, I'll be a little shy at 80. But I'm definitely at the, I don't think I can continue another run, even to get one more level. It is what it is. Did a lot of driving today that I was not expecting to until today. So, it's like, I was basically asked to cook for the family for the first time. It's not a thing I normally do for Christmas. There's a lot of figuring things out there. Yeah, we have a relative that normally cooks, but they were sick. I was kind of helping them with things earlier in the week. And it's like, oh, you're gonna need to do all the cooking. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. I've not used your stuff before. And I got through it. I mean, I guess it's good that I've been experimenting with cooking more recently. But otherwise, it was like, oh, let's figure out how to make family-sized portions of these things. I kept it pretty simple. I don't think I'm like a talented cook by any means. So I think all of that processing and calculating and everything else is like burned me out mentally. Like, it is what it is. I'm happy. I missed this up before. I made some basic dishes on the side. I like the macaroni, how it came out. Putting it all together and slow cooking it. Nice. It's just kind of like one of those things where it's like, especially someone that doesn't make it, where I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, is it good to leave apple pie out? How long can apple pie stay out once it's made? It's like, I don't know, I've never made this before. Just one of those things. Like, time to learn how to take care of some of this stuff, both before, in terms of prep, as well as after. Nice select plug for Dango. Congratulations, Dango. Like a good 14-15 feet off of your divine filter in the future. I know Chris was still looking for a couple of those. $78, pretty respectable. Not at all. we'll definitely get at least an hour in of drop rate week, so for anybody that is like just shy of 80, I would also not worry about it when we transition over. I believe it'll be drop rate into rare enemy week, if I recall correctly. My very loose understanding of the weekly boat weeks. But we'll do an era of very hard mode just to kind of set the stage of what ultimate needs to be. That Dango barely surviving. Level ups matter. You know, for no boost rate on, we are getting a lot of very hard mode presence. Just like to state that. I don't think we've gone a single run without seeing one. There's pretty good odds if it's 1 in 2,000. Because we, between us, are not making 2,000 checks a run. Even if there's 400 enemies, it's only 1,600 total checks. It's much less than the present rate. This thing, though. HellCleave getting tons of crystals. Sure, HellCleave is happy. Multi-PDs, multi-crystals, shenanigans happening. Sitting at level 100. Congrats, HellCleave. Get that ultimate level experience. Ooh, I got multi-hit. Rip. That was unlucky. Yeah, I was pretty close to hitting 79. By the time I finish this area, I think I will barely hit it. So I'll probably do like or a very brief amount of off-stream things just to get this character to 80. From there, I might just focus on unseals or give this character the limiter that's in the bank and a few others. Yeah, I have a terrible stats drop. Well, at least I can say I saw a few more extra Gaia this event. We did the Disco Brave Man hunt and then saw no discos, but then we did a super off chance this gun got it. There we go. Yeah, it would probably take me like another, I don't know, 10 minutes. As I said before, I'm at my limit. If I thought I could, I would go to one more run just to get mid pretty close, but I'm just gonna apologize. I'm definitely feeling tired. Go getting that last second photon drop. Nice. Well, sadly, team, this is where I will need to say I need some rest. So overall, thank you for joining. We got a decent amount of presents across the board. We'll get HellCleave a present at some point. Even if we have to hold a future one that we find, just to ensure HellCleave gets some value. Otherwise, I think from the standpoint of forces, I think our force account is in a decent place. Our ranger account is so full of Ramars. I'm not even sure what to do. That's possible during drop rate week. I might play Ramar just to level them in very hard as we do blue ID stuff. But I think overall the goal will be to try some of the harder runs one last time through. Just because I do think the quests are fun. It's just the problem that unless we're like 150, 160, it's just not kind of realistic for us to touch it. So we'll figure out some middle ground things to do depending on people's levels. But for now, I'd just like to say goodbye to both the stream as well as YouTube. So if you did watch to this point in the video or the VOD, I'd like to say thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.